Hello, welcome to episode of Rose Psycho Investigator. So guys, okay, I'm holding that thing now. Interesting, maybe little shake. So right now, I did a reading on the stock market, very in depth. So it's gonna take quite a while to process. But anyway, so while that is happening, where that's being processed, there's another big question for today that I wanted to look into. Okay, which is about all the massive voter purging. So, as you guys know, I had looked into very early on Stacey Abrams, and I had seen that there's all these like very serious problems of voter fraud related to this guy, and this is coming true now. It's coming up now, right? Anyway, so I did a reading yesterday, I think, on this quickly. But then there's all these news that it's like a lot more votes than they were saying. And then Indiana, 500,000 people were moved away, were pushed out of the voter rolls. And so what is happening, guys, is that we're seeing, becoming public, the amount of people who are getting kicked out of voter rolls. Okay, so it's basically, my question is, it's obvious, nobody can deny this stuff now, right? I saw her winning. Okay, I still see her winning, but I want to see countrywide, generally speaking. This is like obvious crimes in front, like right in public, right? So is anything going to happen before the elections? What's going to happen with all these very serious moves to prevent people from voting? Are they going to get away with this? Is the FBI going to move before the elections? Is the FBI going to move after the elections? Okay, so because I wrote here, well, how is this happening? How can this be legal? Will it be stopped? If so, how? How will it impact the November election? So let me just ask the way I wrote it here, because I'm not projecting the outcome, I'm just observing, right? So how is this even happening? How is the voter purging happening? Okay, so for years and years they have been doing this. They have been doing it in many veiled ways. There are so many operatives who do this when people first get into the Republican Party. A lot of them learn about this, and there's just a lot of effort, a lot of money put into ways to make this look legal. What has happened is that they have become, over time, especially after Obama's election, more brazen and more afraid, and therefore things show. It's a little bit like a criminal who is very almost intoxicated, or it's like the mind is not cold anymore. They're crazy, they go crazy, so they go overboard. Okay, and so everything becomes public. It was going to become public anyway, but this only accelerated everything. Okay, so all right, so then I understand. So then it's because this guy is desperate, and it's telling me something that I noticed before, which is that it's not a coincidence that in a lot of states, the people who are now the candidates, the final candidates, were people who are involved in voter purging, voter fraud, with Chris Kobach in Ohio, and then this guy in Georgia. Okay, so it's not a coincidence, because can they win votes without stealing? No. They know that it's, guys, it's so, I said this before in another reading, it's mathematical. They're very numerical. They're very strict about what to pull out, right? They know exactly how many votes they need to remove in order to win. In other words, they're stealing votes, right? Okay, so then they're preventing people from voting. Okay. So, all right, so then it's like, and I see people doing coke, like they're high. They're like, we have to do this. Okay, so, all right, so then, okay, I understand how this happens. Now, how can this be legal? How could this be, okay, seriously, there's all these news. How could this keep going while we are seeing these news? How could this be legal? As we said before, there's a mass, there's a kind of like honestly, looks like a mob. Okay, like they have this like kind of criminal enterprise going on. It's like, this is where the RICO comes in. The people who are stealing elections. It's a big case here, okay? And they've been looking into it for a long time. Oh, guys, it's showing. This is interesting. I don't remember the other readings, but it shows that the guy is wired. I feel like may have seen some. There's either the offices are like bugged, or there's something where they already have been catching the communications of these guys, okay? And in a way, I feel like this. They're kind of like, people are fighting out earlier, because when the shit comes down, nobody wants surprises. Okay, so then what happens? So the question is, okay, so how's this legal? Okay, will it be stopped And if so, how? Okay. Will it be stopped? I see, guys, that there's gonna be a lot of okay, are they, I still see the same image of the guy in Georgia. You know, he's being led by handcuffs before the elections. I think before the election. I see that there's gonna be some sort of like emergency law thing. There's gonna say they can vote in provisional ballots, and we have agents monitoring the counting or whatever. Okay, because and they're seizing the computers, they're seizing everything, okay? And the people who put together these names, all those things, okay? And it's gonna be a RICO case, guys. I still see this guy, you know, being hacked. Is his name gonna be in the ballot? Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be in the ballot, but he's gonna be, oh, that's right, because he has does he have still the job of the voter commission thing? Yeah, oh, hello, he was, oh my God. Can you imagine? So he's the guy whose job was to suppress votes, and now he's running for, like, hello, he's already like rigged. He knows the whole thing. So has been a case against this guy for a while. Mueller is being they're giving him information, you know, about what's going on, but they're gonna have a big case against this guy, and it's gonna be several. Yeah, this is what I think, guys, is gonna happen. I think his guy's gonna be arrested, okay? It's something he's gonna go, not just indicted, it's gonna be arrested and stuff. What about the results? Yeah, I still see her winning. I don't think he's gonna be declared winner, really, at all. I still see her winning. And I think maybe the counting of the votes, there's just, okay, what's going to happen? Okay, so I feel like, oh, interesting. Okay, so I see this is the situation I believe could happen, okay? They're seeing, I think the feds, I guess, they're seeing that the situation is untenable. It's coming out. Everybody's getting, like, scared or whatever, right? Like, what are they going to get away with and shit? So I think they may do this. They're gonna tell the guy, look, we have this indictments, we have all this evidence. This is what you do. You're gonna go out there. We're gonna put out a provisional ballots, and we're only gonna indict you after the election. So you see what I'm saying? So they're kind of gonna force their hand a little bit and may force the stuff to come out. I don't know how. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I feel like they're being told that they're being watched, and there's gonna be all these lawsuits. And they can't escape it, so they have to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know that, because how is this gonna be? Yeah, I feel like it would be too chaotic if they are like, we're doing your favor. You know, you can still be, your name could still be on there, but you're gonna have to let these people vote. This is guaranteed that it's gonna. It's interesting, the sirens. Hello, Brian Kemp. This car waiting for you is Uber for FBI. So, oh my God, wow. So yeah, so this is what I think, guys. Okay, so what about countrywide? Is this gonna happen? Interesting. Yeah, so this is, I think, may become this I don't know, guys. This is what I see. Okay, the technique is like they're gonna force these provisional ballots, okay, they're going to force, like, people have to vote if they want to, and they're going to have to make these options available, because if they don't, the indictments come out before the election. So they're like, really, bitch, you have an option. You do the right thing now, or we show indictment at this moment. This is what I think. Okay. Okay, so another question here. So how come, just a theoretical question, so how come these things were investigated as in depth as they are being investigated now? Because there's already a huge investigation. It's like these things work in momentum. There's a huge momentum for this investigation. This is the right moment because there's already investigation into the Russian elections. So the big FBI investigation is already happening. So there's no way, you know what I mean? It's like before it was like a bit more scattered, and now it's all interconnected. So this is why, okay? How can we know that justice is going to be done? Because if we don't do that, then the whole country falls apart. And law enforcement and Department of Justice, I think they know that. So you're showing that the AA and AACP is also doing lawsuits. They will succeed. So it's showing guys that it's kind of like the civil rights era. Okay, they're trying to really hard to prevent people from voting. They're trying to do all these things to turn the clock back to, seriously, but I don't think they will succeed. Okay, but like I said, we have to, keep fighting, doing what we can, and talk about telling the truth, telling like it is. Okay. So what will be the impact of these things in the November elections? Yeah, I feel like the FBI have this like last ditch plan, which is have these ballots, provisional ballots, and then indict people after the elections, because they feel that if they indict them right before, that will create the perception of politics. Okay, so that way they can like make sure people can vote and then prove that there was all this rigging beforehand. Okay, so now I'm getting the image of, how Trump was like, elections are rigged, because he knows it's like the Republican Party is all about, unfortunately, the states, like a lot of it is like that. So they know that it's like the Nazi thing, when you accuse the other of the thing you're doing yourself. So this is what it looks like, guys. Okay, very good. So it's just gonna be, guys, it's serious. Okay, yeah, this is why I feel like things will work out in the end, but it just shows that there's so much corruption. And I think I've seen before, that all the elections, especially the tight ones, there's gonna be so much corruption, but I feel like they are being watched. So we have to, I don't say trusted is a strong word these days, right? But I think that we'll see justice. Otherwise, the whole thing is going to fall apart. And I don't think they will get away with this. It's too blatant and too on our face. Okay? All right. Bye.